Hi guys, welcome to the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War breakdown season 1 finale. We're doing it live. I cannot believe I'm doing it live.
Yeah.
It's usually like a 4 to 5 minute TikTok, but now we're doing it in a live broadcast format. But hi guys, did not come alone. I brought two people, very much. I have two very special guests with me. I have on my right hand side one of FGC TikTok's up and coming content creators, as well as Final Fantasy 14 and like anime stuff. I got Heroic.
Play Final Fantasy 14, by the way. Free for free up to level 60 and all that.
Talking about the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
And
when you hopping on it, bro.
All right, and then as well, I have with me what I think we've been through the trenches for so long, and it's so interesting to finally like come together for this. I have King Drew with me. My man, okay, so real quick, I want to say this. My man Drew has seen me transcend not just fighting game TikTok, but now entering Bleach talk and anime talk. Before we even get started, how did you was this on your 2022 bingo card?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Was this on
bingo card? That's crazy.
What are you talking about?
So,
like
me transitioning into like more anime style content.
I'm gonna lie, no, it was not, but I will say, it's good to finally have you on the right side of history.
Let's go.
Hey, shout out Mayuri, my favorite madman.
So we're gonna be going over. So I'm also live on TikTok. So if you guys want to jump over to the TikTok as well, we're also on here and on the Red app. So if you guys have questions for me in the panel, throughout the entirety of
where
down.
All right.
So there's gonna be a lot to talk about, announcements to happen. I'm already getting asked random questions in my TikTok live, which is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be an absolute blast. So where do you guys want to start? Because there's a lot.
There's a lot going on, but
especially for the last two episodes, there's a lot to go over in general.
Yes, sir.
So
I have to start with this question here. I need to ask you this, Floki. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you good?
Please.
Are you okay? Because, man, watching your reactions every week. Are you okay? You've been going through it the whole time.
Really, really hard, I will say.
Man.
Dude, it is crazy to think about, to see, because I just picked Bleach back up this year. I stopped for a while, and I was like, you know what? Like, it's been on my watch list. I've been kind of putting it off. Let me see. Maybe that's the end of the series. Like, I'm not sure. I had no idea about the Bloodwar for a very long time. And then I got told the announcements, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to finish it before. And man, oh man, am I thrilled?
Did you like? Let me tell you, this man speed ran Bleach like I've never seen anybody.
God. I remember texting you while I was at my sister's dog sitting. Like, it was during Evo weekend, and I was like, yeah, no, like I'm almost like sick. I just tanked through like 60 episodes. It was casually.
Yeah. Hey Drew, I think you're muted.
Yeah, you are 100% muted.
There you go.
Whoops-a-daisy! I forgot. I didn't. Okay, so my microphone has a thing where I can just tap the top and.
That's godlike.
But I realized that I forgot to. I didn't realize that I muted it on Discord itself.
That's sick.
So,
my fault.
So to answer your question, after
are you okay?
After Core 1, I'm hanging in there.
Okay.
If the core ended where what I thought it was going to end after episode 12, I would have been like kind of shook, like very, very shook. But now where it's at, I think I'm at like a more motivational kind of standpoint. There's a lot that's happening, and we'll get into it. There's a lot that's happening, and it's just I feel very motivated and kind of I'm not gonna lie. Like halfway through the season, I was like, guys, I'm not gonna make it. There's no way I'm not gonna make getting through.
Hey, Floki, real quick, invite me to your live on TikTok, real quick.
Yes.
Just because I got people asking me what am I doing, and it's like a little one-sided conversation.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Do that real quick for
All
you.
right, guys. So I'm gonna end the live here, and then I'm gonna go to Floki's channel. So you'll see me on there, and you just pop in, and you can see the craziness from there.
Yeah.
Because
I totally
my man's been going through it.
Forgot. I'm gonna be honest. I totally forgot about that. I kind of like I thought about that for a quick second, and I was like,
Nah, I feel it. I feel it,
but
bro.
no, I think right now I'm genuinely okay when it comes to the series.
Invite me. I requested permission to be in the live, so
Yes, I got you both.
Yes.
yes.
I will-
Yes.
I will. Now I have double Drew, and I don't know. I got mixed up for like a good 2 minutes. I'm actually gonna make sure my
I wanna.
phone.
Yeah, I want to mute it real quick.
But
Well, I'm turning down the volume on this as much as I can.
Yeah.
So I do think right now I'm in a really good spot with the show, and I think it's changed my life in a lot of ways. It's made me more confident as a person, and we can say that about any anime, but Bleach is my number 1 anime of all time, and this cour has shown this.
Yeah, but Bleach is fire, bro. People were sleeping on Bleach where it ended, because the Fullbring arc is kind of it has its highs and lows, but once you're over that hump and you get to the 1,000-year Blood War, that shit just takes
You're
off.
You're just zooming.
Just going, because bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb just keeps dropping, and it doesn't stop.
Exactly, bro.
It doesn't stop.
So,
It doesn't.
I want to say this to everyone that's watching. Every single week, I've checked in with both of these individuals.
Let me tell you the messages that I'm gonna let you know this right now, Floki. Me and Hero Cat have been exchanging messages just
Bro.
oh, wait till he finds out about this. Wait till he finds out about this.
Wait till he sees it.
Who's gonna
Wait
tell
till-
him?
Oh God.
Oh
but I will
man.
say, I think right now Bleach has had, from what I've seen, and a lot of folks, and I want to give a big shout before we go any further to Old Taku Jedi, Drops of Amber, Shaggy Nerd, Jenny, Ocean Gatsby, everyone that's in that Discord. We watch Bleach every month. We watched Bleach every Monday for the most part. Obviously, there's some weeks that we couldn't.
That's OD.
But we, that experience, them experiencing that. Well, first of all, being that part of that community, and then experiencing that with them is so interesting. And also, majority of them are manga readers, so them seeing my face, you guys, has been hilarious.
I read the manga as well. It was.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go into manga spoilers, obviously.
Not yet. Not yet.
We're not gonna say anything recurring to manga spoilers because we're gonna leave. We want to leave this man high and dry.
Exactly.
Man.
I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of these I've had theories and I presented it to them and they're like, "Oh, this is interesting." And I was and it's yep.
We'll get to one of the theories that you mentioned later.
Yeah.
Because you were right on the nose and I never said anything to you about it.
I know exactly which one you're talking about too. And I was
Interesting.
I got a question.
I like your line of thinking on that.
So
Right.
we got a question about JoJo's. So I'm not a big JoJo's guy.
Okay.
But
I see it right there.
We are mainly here for Bleach. Thank you very much.
But I can answer it real quick.
How'd you guys feel about Stone Ocean?
Oh, Stone Ocean was great.
Yeah, it was great. I'm not a fan of how Netflix released it.
Neither am I.
Yeah, but Stone Ocean is dope. It was really good.
Speaking of JoJo, actually, there is something that correlates JoJo to Bleach. The voice of Old Man Joseph, part 3 and part 4 Joseph, is actually the dub voice of Yuhaba.
Yeah, that's right.
Richard Epcar is the voice of is the dub voice of Yuhaba.
Yeah, man.
That's so interesting.
And I actually went to listen to his voice and dub. I'm like, hold on, this works.
Mordekaiser, we'll get to that. We'll get to that,
Mordekaiser.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we're starting from the top. We're starting from.
So Bleach right now is probably, again, I will say this to the cows come home. It's my favorite, and it's my favorite out of the big three. I will say that live on TikTok and live on stream. It is.
That's crazy. One Piece better than no kidding.
That's crazy. We've had debates about who's the better navigator, and we know it's Kenpachi free.
Okay, that is true. That is true. That is very true. I actually agreed with you on that.
Yeah.
But
all right, I'm with it.
There. So, where do you guys want to go? So there's a lot to talk about, obviously, between episodes 12 and 13. Because if for those who haven't watched Bleach up to this point, there's going to be spoilers for both major finale for Everything But Rain June part, and also The Blade Is Me. So if you haven't watched those episodes, I highly suggest you guys watch that and then come back to this VOD after the fact. Also, for everyone that's watching this on the Red app, I have great news for you guys. If you have missed anything on the Clock app in terms of Bloodwar Breakdown, I'm actually going to be editing all the episodes together, so that way you have nice one sizable bit from episodes 1 to 11 to enjoy, have a coffee, relax, drink some water. I don't know what you do, and just get my reactions every single week. So, again, this has been an adventure for me that I've been really appreciative. But I think we need to talk about I want to talk about episode 12. And I think both 12 and 13, or 12 and 11, really did a great job of describing the relationship between Ishin and Masaki. And I mentioned this to both of you. I think this was a really good way to tie up the loose ends that we were questioning about, how did these two meet? How did Ishin lose his powers? Why did Masaki have to die?
Real talk, like, I'm not gonna lie. Bleach was one of those animes for me when I first started watching it where I found just about every other character that was not Ichigo more interesting than Ichigo. I'm not gonna lie.
When I was a nice young buck.
But then I decided to read TYBW just to give Ichigo another chance, and then I got to those chapters, and then once I finished, I was like, I would like to apologize. I was not familiar with your game.
I will say, and also, again, I want to give a big thank you to Old Taku Jedi. He's currently in the TikTok chat.
Hey, yo.
Appreciate you joining.
Shout out
and
Old
also
Taku.
letting me enjoy Bleach with you guys every single goddamn week. Seriously, if you guys are not part of Jedi's Discord, I'm in there 99% of the time. Please go follow that man. He's currently in the chat. Show him some love. He's been working really, really hard all year. He's currently sick with the flu and strep, so maybe showing him some love. So, yeah, so I do think they did a really good job, like you mentioned, about the idea of Masaki and Ishin, and just showing that there's so much to this character Ichigo that we did not know. And also the idea of the backstory with the rest of the Quincy's as well, with Ryuken specifically, and how that dynamic was. And again, this is just all stuff that's just tied together now, and I find it very fascinating. I don't know how to say this. Like, were you guys surprised if they added anything from the manga, that, or maybe they missed from the manga from episodes?
They were shot for shot. That's one thing I absolutely praise TYBW for. They have been shot for shot with the manga, which I'm very surprised about.
They've left out a couple of things, which is like it's whatever. Like, they're very minute things, like
no Rukia Peach scene, 0 out of 10.
No Rukia Peach scenes, like no naked Masaki, like no, it's nothing like that. But like everything else has been pretty much 1-to-1. Like,
as in your mid-war arc,
like they haven't strayed away from anything. They actually added more stuff, especially with the with one of the fights earlier. They added more detail, which is great. But yeah, people have been just going off like, oh man, it's so bad. They didn't add the whole thing. They didn't have the whole Masaki scene. I'm like, y'all horny, bro.
Right.
Like, y'all horny.
Like, give it on.
Y'all need to go touch grass, bro. Like, come on.
But yeah, no, it's so cool to see even Kisuke. It feels like Kisuke and Aizen I've always had a pulse on what's going on, because if it wasn't for Kisuke, Masaki would be a hollow right now. Would have been a hollow. Well, even though she was a hollow, let's call it, she was a hollow for no matter what. She would have become the thing that she killed. Which, by the way, that scene, gorgeous, loved it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so fascinating. And then we pan to Ichigo, kind of like, so like, why did my mom have to die though? And like Ichigo was like, oh, by the way, everybody was tied to Yuha Baha the entire time, and her powers ran out, and hence why I got my Soul Reaper powers back. And my jaw was on the floor, and I was
Yeah.
like,
So slight correction on that.
Okay, sorry.
Slight correction. So like her powers didn't run out. Yuhabak took the powers from her.
Because
he swiped it.
because the 9 years. It's
Yes.
so interesting how it was 9 years to the day. It was like 9 years. That's mine.
Yes. And just and a side note, because I watched the episode, but I don't know if they like touched too much on it. But like that is the same day that Uryu's mother died as well.
Yeah. It's so fascinating too. To that point, right? I've been saying this entire time. I feel like Uryu and like Ichigo are like secret stepbros because this entire time everything happens at the same fucking time to them.
Speaking of Uryu, how do you feel about him going to the Vanden
Okay, so in one of my first videos that I made for Bloodwar, I made mention. I was like, how is Uryu gonna play a part in this war? Like, what is he gonna do? And again, big shout out to Shaggy the Nerd for actually asking me the question a little bit before. I was always curious, and you know, am I not surprised? No. Am I shocked? Yes, because you would think after everything Ichigo's done for helping and like, but there has to have been something like in that book that clicked with Uryu that was like, you know what, I have to defeat the Soul Reapers. Maybe it was during that fight, like with Yamamoto and Yoabaha. I love by the way, that episode with how like that whole book was tied to the fight. That gorgeous.
Has everyone here read the manga? Only me and Heroic have read the manga.
Yeah, so just so you know, and again, I will make mention, Jedi every single week has looked at me and did this every time I had a theory. And I said, you know what? I'm going to let you rock. But, yeah. So, I love the ideas of what Uryu is doing. This is a good development in his character. It makes a bunch of sense. It's going to be very interesting to kind of get the run back between Ichigo and Uryu now, because that's now a possibility. We'll get into the trailer a little bit later, but the fact that that's kind of becoming a thing again, and again, kind of going back to everything that's happened in the past. Feels like Kubo did a really good job of foreshadowing everything from the very beginning, how we met these characters all the way to now, and it's just mind-blowing. So episode 12 was probably it was definitely something that needed to happen, and then we panned to Ichigo getting his I forget the name of it. He got his like Soul Reaper crest back, or his
the substitute Reaper badge.
Yes, he got his badge back. He got his badge back, and then it cuts, goes right to, and then basically at this point, Blade is Me starts, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I was pissed at Uetsu since episode 11. I said, "Ain't no way you gonna do this to my boy."
No.
Bro, he's gotta learn. This is the man. He has to know. The man who created Zanpakutos, or should I say Zanpakutos? That's what he got.
Like my man was out here in the forge every single day, and he made every Zanpakuto, and he's like, I don't know that one. Who that?
Who's that? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Captain Save a Zanpakuto out here.
Right.
So the fact,
get out of here.
Maybe this is just like when I looked at that whole scene where he gets grabbed from Kurakura Town, I was like, this can't be a dream state, right? He gotten teleported. I don't know how they be keeping up on this dude. There's man be like, I thought he was gonna see blood everywhere, like all over his body, like him panning back, but it looked like he was just over there, just like hanging out for a bit.
Mhm.
So, can we take a moment of silence for Kira?
For Kiba?
Oh,
Oh, Kira.
Yeah.
Bro, my man became
Right.
a donut. My man became a donut. My man's a-
It happens in every shonen. It gotta happen to a character.
Yo,
Happens in every
I-
shonen.
You was dirty as hell for that TikTok one time.
Bro.
Oh, you talking about the one with Yamamoto?
Yes.
Slide to the left.
You know what's funny? History with that, I gave him the idea.
Oh, you
Yeah.
both dirty. Oh, y'all.
Yeah, he's
y'all
like, you gotta make that a TikTok. I'm like,
scandalous.
I made that in 10 minutes.
It was 10
Scandalous.
minutes and I cackled for like 2
Oh
hours.
my god.
So
And then like there's another TikTok creator, Cody Taicho, who did one too, and that shit. Oh, it took me out when I saw it. I had like, oh, man, because he did like the filter where it kind of
yeah,
like it like zooms in, and it was just nothing but a hole here, and I was just like,
that's
And
that's what we're doing.
yeah. I was like, ooh, jump scare.
So we can talk for a full hour about episode 13. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
We could.
Mhm.
We can't.
Yeah.
That episode was truly iconic in so many ways.
It really was, dog.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really was.
So Floki, question for you.
Oh God, here we
Question
go.
for you. How do
Oh,
you
no.
feel? How do you feel knowing that Ichigo has been using a tenth of his power this whole time?
Right.
How did you feel knowing that Ichigo has just been walking around with a crutch this whole time? Like my man was limping this whole show.
And how do you feel? No, actually, I can't say that. I can't say that.
No,
I can't say that
don't do it
about
yet.
him. It's a
So-
spoiler.
Don't do it
It's
yet.
a spoiler.
So I will
Can't
say-
say that.
Knowing that one, his Zanpakuto wasn't a Zanpakuto the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me. So Mike, this dude has had multiple power-ups.
Yep.
This man has gone through probably some of the craziest fights I've seen in all of anime. He
Yup.
defeated Aizen, and that wasn't his Zanpakuto. And it's all like based on spoilers. It's all based on his Quincy powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If I had $1 for every time my jaw, bro,
Yeah.
For every time your jaw dropped, dog. When I tell you, when I initially read it,
the foreshadowing, bro, like I went
sitting-
back and like there's a lot of creators that have been like doing little pinpoints. They've been doing this a lot with the Unohana reveal and a bunch of other stuff.
we'll get into that later because y'all don't want to hear me on that. Y'all don't want to hear me on that.
My boy became
Bro,
a different person.
Bro, that's my mom, bro. I don't know what
That's your
That ain't mom. That's mommy. What you mean?
Hey, man.
But I will say, I think it makes a whole lot of sense because again, we didn't know Zangetsu. We didn't know who was Zangetsu. Zangetsu was Hollow. It was. I almost teared when I got the reveal, and also, by the way, it rained.
Yep. So like, if you like, have you noticed like in every pivotal moment in the series, it's always been raining.
It's always been raining or some type of water.
Always
involved.
been raining.
It's
Yes.
either rain or some type of water. It's so you couldn't write a better story about that.
So like,
It blew
if
my
there's
mind.
anything that Kubo knows how to do, is to make clothes and foreshadow some shit.
That's very true. That's very true.
My man.
When it comes to drip and foreshadowing,
There's no other.
him and Oda, the creator of One Piece, they like this.
There's no others.
They
There's no others.
They are both just very good at either putting dope clothes or just being able to foreshadow something from many
They can do both at all
chapters.
times. At all
It's insane
times.
what it is, but yeah, no, I do love the reveal. It definitely shocked me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I put one and one together, and I looked at old photos, and I looked at old, like, they did the flashbacks, which, by the way, the flashbacks the entire season. I need more of that going forward. It made so much sense. And it kind of made me feel that the entire time he was using his mother's powers. And I personally, It's like a mama's boy kind of vibe. I understand. I understand that. You know, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
But the whole scene at the end where Zangetsu does the whole Thanos walk. So Thanos vape. I don't even know Thanos. All right, get some
The
sleep,
fade away.
Taku. I appreciate you, man. Get some sleep, Cam. You deserve it. What does the Thanos like flow away? But like all that's left is the sword. But also I don't even know to call. Is like Yuha at this point, or is he still Zangetsu? I don't even know. So that Quincy Zangetsu.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
I'm gonna be like Quincy Zangetsu.
I mean,
my man.
I mean,
my man. So what I really loved about it is that he was like, you know what? At this point, accepting like this lifestyle from you and accepting that you're doing this because you want to do that and you've become so strong and we've been through so much together, and it's really, really cool. Like he wasn't like about the whole idea of the Soul Reapers and the Soul Society, and you can kind of see that like how he trained Ichigo.
Yeah.
Back like when he teleported, back when he was with Hollow, you could kind of tell a little bit. And to kind of see this moment, I even like quoted it in like a post recently. The fact that Ichigo had this whole speech, I don't care who's really Zangetsu or not. I don't need your power anymore. You've done enough. I got this now. That acceptance of self and knowing yourself and loving yourself enough to know that you can get through whatever you want to do in your life, that moment alone is going to go down history for a lot of people. Myself included. So, and then the whole scene with I got to talk about the whole scene with Oetsu and the other folk setting up the party time, the really bad, bro, you know, and you can just kind of tell like Oetsu is just like, hey, I want to tell you right now, this has not been the person that you've known for so long, and just kind of going on about that, and we didn't know. And I was like, what do you mean I haven't known this person? This has been his Zanpakuto for God knows how long. And again, Kubo's really good job of bringing it all together, and you can just kind of see everything come to fruition. And yeah, no, his acceptance. So to answer your question, Mordekaiser, I really loved how they kind of put it all together. I love how they kind of made him realize he's been through a lot, but he knows he's enough to protect everyone, to protect himself. His self-love, self-worth is there. You know, he doesn't need a crutch to get through. He doesn't need like this big leverage to get what he needs to get done now. He has himself.
Isn't it finally great that Ichigo can let go of the fact that he didn't kill his mom? Like, isn't it great? Isn't it great that he can finally let that go? Like,
it's really interesting to see that. Like, again, this is all stuff like full circle, you know. His father telling him everything that he needs to know about his mom, and like him being accepted of his mother's passing. It's so again, it's super interesting that like his mother was a main portion of his power for in the series until now. So I wonder what how the two, obviously I know there's spoilers, but I wonder how these two Zanpakuto are gonna work in unison. Are we ever gonna see Zangetsu of old come back into it, or Yuha come back into his life in some way, shape, or form? Oh, he's gonna go back to that like zone where he was. You know, these are all questions going into the next cour that I'm very interested to see how it plays out. But Ichigo is set up right now to be, again, there's a reason why he's in the big three. There's a reason.
Yeah.
There's an 100% reason.
He like you will be you, but he will always be him.
He will
always be him.
That is Ichigo Himasaki. I don't care.
There you go.
He's
I'm
always
trying
that
to
guy.
tell you.
He's
I'm
always
trying to tell you,
that
bro.
guy.
Also, mind if I give out a hot take? Well, it's not really a hot take. It's just more like my whole thing about Bleach TYBW. I might get crucified for this, but at this point, I don't care. Yamamoto versus Yuhababa is my least favorite Bleach fight ever, bro.
What?
I'm sorry, bro.
What?
I hate it.
So,
Okay, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
wait,
It
out of
was
the entire
animated.
series.
It was animated beautifully. That from top to bottom, that fight was incredible. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. But when I originally read it, I was like, "This was me and my phone." Just man,
I can't have shit in this house.
this entire time, this man Yamamoto was fighting a body. Spoilers, obviously. This man was fighting a body double,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and he
Man
never
was-
realized it. This man didn't take a look at the person. Was like, "Wait a minute, something different." That just makes me mad. That's just my thing personally.
Let's call it what it is. Kenpachi got off screen by an entire clone of Yuhabaha. Let's call it what it is.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Someone
Yeah.
put it on Twitter, and I was like, "Wait,
Yeah.
you're kind of
I
right."
didn't think about that.
No, yeah, he 100% did. Yeah,
Got
like
off-screened by-
Kenpachi was talking the hottest shit and then got bodied. Like,
Anyone I would allow to talk the most talk would be Kenpachi.
right.
That's my dude though. That's my whole dude.
Speaking of which,
Let me
Here we
know.
go.
speaking of the
Here we-
GOAT, we have to
here we
talk about
go.
the fact. When I originally read the manga and Yuno Hana came into play, I was like, wait a minute. I thought to myself, wait, is Kenpachi not his real name? And I was like, wait, perhaps it's not a name, it's a title. And then they introduced Uno Hana's
Right.
form. I was like,
Or should I say the first Kenpachi?
the first Kenpachi. That blew my mind.
like-
This whole time I was like, it's never just been his name. It's a title.
Like
Oh my
I saw that, like when I read that, I was sitting here, it's like, okay, she's like, we're gonna, like, first of all, the fact that they never taught this man how to actually use a sword is wild to me. So like my man has been basically just swinging a stick this whole time.
My man be like in the playground, it's like I want to play.
Yeah, like man's picked up a stick and was just like, yeah, this is mine now. Like,
It's like Cliff and Guilty Gear accent or
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes. And then like, and Kyoraku's like, yeah, I'm gonna teach this man how to like use a sword, and like the whole room was like, the hell is wrong with you? Like,
'Cause they make-
and then he's like, but I need to have somebody who is qualified to do this. So he opened up the door. Here come Unohana. He's like, thank you for coming, Unohana, or rather, first Kenpachi. I put that.
Yeah,
I said, man.
I can't. I when I watched that for the
I am
first
deceased.
time,
Like-
when I watched that, there was a part of me. So we're not. So we'll talk about Kyoraku taking over the mantle of head captain a little later, but the idea that this was. So we didn't have one thing I really liked about Bloodwar so far is that they really fleshed out a lot of the other characters. Unohana and like Yamamoto were definitely two of them. You can kind of see Yamamoto's like going into madness.
Yeah.
The entire near the end of the Karakura Town fake Karakura Town arc, and also into Bloodwar. And now you're seeing, you know, Unohana getting the shine. And oh yeah, by the way, this was a hidden secret for so long, and it's just like you couldn't even make this up. Like you, it's perfectly written,
Right.
And the entire time, again, it's like the idea of Zangetsu being Yuapaha, and it's that whole dynamic. You couldn't see it coming from a mile away, and the foreshadowing was there.
Yeah.
Again, no
Like-
one wanted to be in the same room as Unohana for a reason,
Right.
but no
Like,
one. But they never.
Like
explained
nobody was
why.
messing with her. Like nobody was trying to like even like slight her in like at all. Like nobody was about
I'm
to
not
like.
even going to lie. I'm not going to lie. After I read that, I was like, this is cool, but then I immediately got mad because I'm like, where was this when Aizen was taking over? Where was this?
Aizen knew. Listen, Aizen had a plan for everything. Let's call it what it is.
Oh my god.
My man
True.
was playing 60 chess.
Like my man be playing 60 chess on like the PS7.
Right, like he was really out here, bro. Like,
My man,
Speaking of which,
let's be serious. Aizen knows what the One Piece is. Let's be
he has to,
bro. Aizen knows what the One Piece is.
bro. He knew what was in the basement before anybody else would, bro. Like,
okay. Speaking of oh my gosh, why isn't it escaping me? Wow, I just forgot what I was gonna say. Oh my gosh,
no.
my brain.
oh no,
Brain Aizen.
Let's see. I was talking about Aizen and then Unohana. Oh yeah, let's talk about Aizen getting locked up and Yuhobak just talking to the ops the whole time.
Bro.
like the whole time, bro. Like, he was out here sending shadow clothes out to fight everybody, but he out here in the basement, like, yo, what's good, bro?
Yo, so what's
what's happening?
Two things happened in the basement. Number one, Aizen was having secret meetings. Pause.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No one else is in the room where it happened.
Yeah.
Second, next door, probably the fight of the year was happening.
Honestly, that is fight of the year. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Like,
As much as I hate it, I will still admit that was probably one of the best animated fights I've ever seen this year.
Yeah.
like, I'm sitting here just scrolling TikTok, and everybody's just like, can we talk about the fact that Aizen was just in the same place, like a door away from like a death battle happening? Like, I'm sitting here like, damn, man, y'all gonna flip later on, bro. Cour 2 about to kill some of y'all.
Yeah. I'm very curious as to, so one thing, like, theory I have for Cour 2, obviously how you guys know how Aizen's gonna play a part in this, because now he has kind of intel on Yuhabaha at this point.
I mean, it's like, at this point, it's no secret that Aizen is going to play a part in it. I'm not gonna say what what's gonna happen, but
Right.
it's safe to say, because he's been on screen for more than a minute. He's gonna play a part at some point.
Also,
Yeah, exactly.
Really love how they brought back him as a villain and a mastermind during everything but the rain. I love that. Just peak.
Been there all along. Been
The
there
whole
all
time.
Okay, now I remember what else I was going to talk about. Let's talk about the fact that Tite Kubo decided a week before to release drawings of like, hey, look at these cool characters. I'm like, aren't they really cool? It's like, yeah, they're really cool. And then the week after is like, hey, guess what? They're in the anime now. I was like, what? Yeah, this is the Gote 13. It's like,
Yep.
that was out of no.
Yep.
You go into hiding for like 5-6 years, and you come back, just drop what the Gote 13 look like.
Kubo was cooking, bro. Like, you thought, like,
Yo, bro,
like
let him cook,
Bleach,
bro.
Bleach didn't have an anime for 10 years. You thought this man was asleep. My man's was cooking. All right, my man was
That was
out
the
here.
most slow burn cook I've ever
Bro,
seen.
yo, bro, Oda was looking at what Oda did, the whole hand back to everybody else, and he was like, let him cook.
Yes, exactly. Like, my man's was out here,
So-
fricasseeing, smoking, grilling, everything, bro. He was like, man, I'm in 10 years, they about to fucking feel this shit, bro. Like,
So I do, like I said, we could talk about the Kenpachi Unohana fight.
Yeah.
The simplicity of the art and the backstory is so obviously they didn't touch on a lot of Unohana's backstory. From what I was told that was happening in the manga.
Yeah.
But for the most
still got to the
part,
point.
I love what they did with the whole, like,
Yes.
just the idea of Kenpachi being on the brink of death. That's how you get stronger. I'm gonna heal you so you get stronger. Also, little tidbit: Yamamoto taught Zaraki how to use a sword for all of 2 minutes. Let's call it what it is, like 2 minutes. And they were
Right.
like, yo, we gotta stop this.
Yes.
Go back to throwing the stick, bro.
Yamamoto had him in the classroom for 2 minutes. He was like, "Oh no, he got the dog in him."
I would definitely admit they shortened Unohana's backstory a lot, but I love that they still managed to get the point across. I have never seen so much Black Air Force energy within one episode.
Dog.
Within one episode.
This was like, it was the craziest, and we actually saw the activation of the Bankai. Like, we didn't see that in the manga. Like, we saw it now.
Right, yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay?
All I'm saying is that I would let Unohana do the most unspeakable things to me. Okay.
Same.
My man's will.
Same.
My man's will. Yeah, y'all would let her commit war crimes on y'all.
Same. See, this one we twins.
Y'all would let this woman commit war crimes on y'all. That's crazy.
You darn right.
Man.
Bro, I'm very again and then I think the other thing that's kind of major right now before we kind of talk into Core 2 is Squad Zero's involvement. I think that's kind of the biggest thing that we get introduced into this core, the idea of Squad Zero. We've kind of heard rumblings of the Royal Palace.
I know your first thoughts was like, what are these cornballs doing, right?
Bro, I was like, you know what, they're the strongest in the whole verse, bro. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes entire sense.
I will say this is not a spoiler. You will see a lot more of Ichibei and you will love him though.
Yes. Yeah.
You will love him.
Oh my god, Ichibei is I forgot
He's the big guy.
Oh, yeah,
bald.
Yeah. Ichibei out here, bro. He out here.
Osho is my guy. I want to know more about Osho. But it's just cool that how each person had a tie to something that happened within Bleach. You know, Oetsu creating the Zanpakutos, Kiryu making the soul candies, you know, Tenjiro helping with the healing process and stuff like that. You know, which by the way,
casually flinging Byakuya just out.
Zanpakutos being made by a black man is the representation I needed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, man, no. Oetsu's my boy, man. That's my guy. All right. I don't care what nobody said. That's my man's right there, bro. Like I don't care. He got a good government job. That's my boy. All right. He made it.
Yo,
he made it.
He made it out the hood, bro.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, so I think that was really good, and obviously, let's call it is. The first invasion was batshit crazy. We literally thought we were gonna lose everybody.
Right.
Once they confirmed Kenpachi, spoilers, Kenpachi and Zaraki. There's two Kenpachi. There was two Kenpachis. It still blows my mind. It's about that Zaraki and Byakuya were confirmed and confirmed alive. Great. However, the idea of almost a quarter of the captains in the Gotier 13 losing their Bankais, that's crazy.
Mayuri was in the fucking cut. He was out here just like, hey, don't use the Bankais. And then he just hear, Bankai! Bankai! He was punching air. I know he was punching air. He was like, God damn it! Ah!
I will say Mayuri being the voice of reason this season is something was not.
That's wild.
Who being the voice of reason?
Mayuri.
Yeah. So I was definitely not expecting that.
That was not on my 2022 bingo card. That was not on my 2022 bingo card. But no, yeah, kind of. And then obviously also I want to make mention episode 13. They did make this is kind of like the training arc right now for multiple people. So having Komamura go back to his Grand Elder. Toshiro going back to basics, Soifon kind of being by herself. You know, Sajin's one of my favorite characters, so I want to know what this hidden technique is. Really bad. Also, we haven't seen Renji after he got his Asuchi, so that's a character that deserves something. I don't know what.
Who?
Renji.
My man, Renji Abara. I've been waiting for Renji to actually do something. He's been one of my favorite characters in Bleach for a very long time.
Thank you. Oh my god.
I'm
gonna say this right now.
Y'all gonna stop sleeping on Renji.
No. Here's the thing. I understand why people dog on Renji, but I need people to realize this man has actually been pretty vital in most arcs. So the fact that this man keeps getting slandered on TikTok, this man especially gets slandered on TikTok all the time, and I never understand it. I understand
because they don't know.
I think it's because this Bankai always just has him beat up by the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's because he got the let's be real about it. Renji's really only had his Bankai for 20 minutes, bro. He's had his he ain't had his Bankai long, so he gonna be flinging it out trying to get used to it.
Bro, my man's my man's here's my new car. I'm gonna go drive it everywhere.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
You wanna see my new Prius?
But I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Y'all in Core 2. I don't want to hear no more Renji slander ever.
I'm gonna let y'all know, everybody, and I mean this to all my mutuals who was dogging on me
I've been keeping track.
Defending Reggie. I am watching all of you because when it happens,
I've been keeping track.
I'm not gonna say what. When it happens, I don't want to hear nothing from any of you.
At the end of all of this, I'm not hearing no more Renji slander at all.
So are you gonna? I'm assuming what you're gonna do. You're gonna edit this, Drew, and you're gonna put this on your page. I'm totally for it.
Yes, I'm definitely going to edit this. When it gets animated, I'm coming back to this video and I'm going to be like, well,
right now. I'm gonna clip it out. I'm clipping it out. I'll put it on. I'm telling you right now. If I see any Renji slander, I'm coming for you. All right, I'm coming.
I think Renji's gonna be one of those characters, and also Toshiro. It feels like based on what we saw on that trailer, it seems like those are gonna be the two characters are gonna be very prominent. You also hear a little bit of Rukia. Also, I really am curious how Byakuya bounces back because my man thought Byakuya died. I thought Byakuya died.
Honestly, the first time I read it, I was like, "Not my boy."
That boy was my boy was dead to rights for a good little bit.
I really thought Save the Soul Society was gonna be this man's last word.
Right.
That's a fact. And also, again, there's iconic lines like "Save the Soul Society," but Byakuya is showing a lot more emotion. He's been one of the characters who's been very cold, very cunning. To him, again, Zaraki showing more emotion. You know, there's a lot of different. Again, Bloodwar did a really good job so far of showing more emotion.
Real quick, Mordekaiser. Yes, I have read I've read the light novels of Bleach.
I heard those were great. Also,
they are really good.
Speaking of Bankais, I forgot to mention this in quick breakdown of episode 13. Oh, Hisagi has a Bankai that he's gonna get. Hisagi.
Yeah,
Hisagi. Why am I blanking on who that is?
Tozen.
You know,
Tozen's lieutenant.
Tozen. Oh,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hold my tongue on that one.
Yeah. So apparently, which I love the idea of what they're doing with that, and it feels like the visor coming into getting introduced into the Goatee 13. I was wondering how that's gonna play out. I wonder if they're gonna still be able to activate their masks and stuff like that. Turns out they can, which is something that I was wondering for weeks if they can do. So they haven't lost that power. So it's really going to be interesting to see how they implement that going forward. I'm also am curious on to how Shinji's going to play a role. He's kind of like my man was running half the time. Let's call it what it is. My man was the elevator music in the background. Cour 1, bro. My man was just running. He's like, I'm going somewhere. I don't know where. And then he's like, bro, Ichigo, what you doing, bro? Are you good? Cool. It's just cool to have all that tied in together. But yeah, I think Cour 2 is gonna be a very interesting thing. Again, we get the kind of rumblings of players like Renji activating spoilers. If you have not seen the trailer, my man says Soho Zabimaru, which is different. So it kind of begs the question similar. So I wonder how the tie-in was. So similar to what happened with Ichigo, how he got new Zanpatos. I wonder what's happened with that. Did Oetu build him a new Zabimaru in his Bankai state, or just in his Shikai state? That is one thing I am very curious on. Hopefully that gets addressed. Also, it seems like Rukia's gonna have some more stuff. Also, I want to see.
It'll definitely get addressed. I'll give you that much.
Also, I want to see more of the Stern readers. It looks like based on the trailer, we get more of Basby. We get more of the others. So far, it just seems like Asnot seems the most interesting of all the Stern readers, and that's kind of it. Sorry.
No, you gonna see a lot more.
You're definitely gonna see plenty of Basby, because I'm gonna let you know right now. For some reason, people simp over that man like crazy.
It's literally, it just feels like the sub. I forget the guy's name, but that's right under Yuha Baha. Him, Basby, and Asnot. Those are the only three that have a difference. Every other Stern reader has just been kind of there for filler reasons. So it's just kind of I mean, Kenpachi did crushed 3 Stern readers in all of 2 seconds, and he broke down how he did it. So,
I mean, one of them was just talk, and he was like, "You talk too much." All right, sorry, my microphone was almost about to fall off the table. There we go.
Yeah, boy.
I have to ask you too. So based on everything we've
All
talked
right.
about so far, what other questions you got for me? Because I know you said you guys have some stuff in the grip for me.
All right. So, it's obvious that you've been paying attention a little bit. So
Yeah,
like
you
that,
definitely pay attention.
you've been paying attention. So I'm a little happy with that. Now, what I really just, man, like I don't really have too many questions because you kind of been hitting on everything that I was going to ask you. Like just to kind of pop quiz you real quick, just to make sure you were paying attention. You've been hitting everything so far. Don't worry. I'm gonna think of some more questions though.
I'm impressed with that. Like we're not even gonna talk about the reveal of who made a deal with Kisuke. That's a whole other thing. And listen, drops of Amber. If you're watching this, listen. I saw her reaction when her husbando came onto the screen. It was
my
the most
entire
priceless...
For You page was on fire.
I'm sorry for the viewers at home, but listen. To see, because I made this theory, and I told both of these gentlemen.
That's what we were plotting in the DMs. We were like, you were talking. No, I'm gonna break it down for y'all exactly how it happened. That I want to say it was that morning or the day after. Yeah,
it was that morning after.
It was the morning after. I was at work, right, and I was chilling, and I get a message that was like, "Bro, all right, so I have a wild theory." I'm like, "Oh, go on," and he's like, "So there's." I feel like there's someone that's gonna come into play here because there was someone who was after Kisuke. That was somebody's sword, and I was like, yeah, it is. He's like, I think it might be in a spot. I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like,
Does he know?
Interesting. And does he know? And I was like, next thing I said, I texted you. I was like, if it wasn't a spotter, which one do you think it is? And he was like, I think it's either I forget his name, the dude with the eye patch and the crazy eye.
So Stark?
No, not Stark. No, not Stark. He was like the one who like you can only see one eye. It was Neutra. Yeah, Neutra.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
He was like, you were like, it's either Neutra or Grimjow. You said it was either Neutra or Grimjow. I silently just screenshot that. DMs, posted it was like,
ooh, oh, he's so close. He's so close. Ah, he's so close.
I will pull up the exact DM.
Oh my god.
I'll pull up the exact DM right now.
That's honestly. So it was interesting to see the Hoikomundo aspects to this as well. Kind of getting the tie-ins with Harry Bell kind of being the tie to that. Also, I gotta say, Opie as a character, Jay, kind of a dickhead.
I peep the DMs, peep our chat.
Peep our chat, bro. My man. Oh no.
He said, and I quote, "Brother, I have a theory." What do you think? It's definitely a Spada that wasn't confirmed dead because there's no Soul Reaper station. My guess, because he wasn't confirmed dead. Really now, if it was Spada, who do you think it would be? Grimjow, which is still a crazy thing for me to say, because if he came back, I could imagine he want the rub back. So I just screenshot that, sent it to Rokat, and it was like, he not ready.
And he responded with, he's gonna lose it.
And you did in fact lose it.
He did lose it.
Yeah, I did, because I didn't think Grimjow, because again, like, there wasn't like a confirmed kill. Every other Espada up to that point, I think it was like, except number 10, Grimjow and Harry Bell were confirmed dead.
Right.
So kind of putting 1-on-1 together, and I'm like, there's Harry Bell's locked up in Hoikomundo. Yami is somewhere, probably dead. But who cares about Yami? Let's be honest.
Dang.
Let's be honest.
Dang.
I mean,
let's be serious. Yami had the chance to fight Byakuya and Zaraki. And that was
the chance, yeah.
My man got like really, really big. I feel like, and I was like, word.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's crazy that he became a bigger target. That's crazy, bro.
It's absolutely wild.
It's like, what's your power? I just get big.
I get big.
I shan't believe it.
Like, that's it?
Shit. Yeah, bro, that's it. Yeah, no,
that's
so
crazy.
to see Grimjow back, I wonder, like, what caused him to save Kisuke and Chad and Inoue. Like, is there a tie-in still with Orihime and Grimmjow? You know, I wonder how that's gonna play out. Is like, are they gonna fight Ichigo and Grimmjow? There's a lot with that dynamic. That is Grimmjow on our side? Is he gonna fight the Quincy's? There's
a lot. There's gonna be a lot, man.
Honey, you got a big storm coming.
Yeah, you do.
Bro, I'm not ready for what to come from that. Specifically that. You know, that's the kind of the two biggest things kind of going forward. There's just so much to unfold with that. I'm just really happy how this core came out. And honestly, let's call it this. We only have to wait until July.
Yeah.
That
I was actually surprised about that. Actually,
I thought we were gonna wait. We weren't gonna get an announcement until like spring about it coming out in the fall. So I think I forget the timeline of when it came out. Core 1 announcements happened. I forget when, but I was expecting something in the fall. I've gotten multiple comments and multiple TikToks where it was like, yeah, like it was supposed to come out in March and stuff like that. But I'm like, honestly, with the roster that's coming out in 2023, the only competition it has is Jujutsu Kaisen in July.
Yep.
Which is gonna be very...
That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother.
I might just do a live for that because okay, here's the thing. One of my friends did the math. Season 2 of JJK might the end of that season might line up exactly for a certain something that happens around the Halloween season.
Ooh.
I know exactly.
Which is perfect timing.
Yeah, that's a whole. So I've read Jujutsu Kaisen.
Hey, somebody.
You have?
So there's only one anime that I read right now.
Okay.
And it's JJK.
Hey, some people about to be mad.
But I'm gonna be honest. There are spoilers for JJK really quick. I just need to address this. And I said this, if Shibuya, the arc, starts or it happens in the midst of Core 2, like before the climax, we might be in some trouble.
Maybe.
However, I don't. The only fight that I know that's gonna happen. I mean, again, Shibuya might be might be like into like a season 3 kind of scene because it's similar to like the war arc in My Hero. It's very long.
Yeah.
It's very long. So Gojo's Past, which by the way is gonna be in a phenomenal arc. If you haven't read it, I recommend reading it. Toji's he's well written as a character.
He is.
I'm gonna be honest. Toji versus Gojo might not break the internet, but Shibuya will.
It's destined. It's going to. It's going to.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's gonna.
Being in that same, like, I think it had an easy time, like not easy time, but like it had an okay time because it had to deal with Chainsaw Man and Mob. Mob was great. Chainsaw Man, like, I think this will be a big test for Bleach coming up, whether it can like keep the ratings because it was in on the number 1 charts for 9 weeks straight until Mob's finale. So it'll be very interesting to see how that kind of unfolds. It's gonna be a great season for anime anyway, and I'm very excited for that. And kind of in that regards, I do want to make one quick announcement before we kind of keep going. Bloodwar Breakdown will have a season 2 on TikTok.
Of course.
So if you guys are excited for that, and also be bringing back lives, we'll probably do this again for Core 2. I might be doing these live kind of going forward. The other thing I want to announce is that I am going to be doing a new series for one of my favorite anime that's going to be getting kind of a reboot starting January 8th.
Is this what I think it is?
I think it is.
Trigun Most Wanted Episode 1
For
drop.
goats!
The review series for Trigun Stampede comes out
Yeah.
January 8th. Episode 1 comes out January 8th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my TikTok channel.
Talk to him.
Yes, sir.
So if you guys are excited,
Yeah.
it's going to be similar breakdowns. I'm going to be trying to have some folks kind of come on, help me with the intros, similar to what I did for Bloodwar Breakdown. But this is just a little bit of initiative for me to continue to do anime TikTok style stuff while I still kind of do this is an initiative for me to do more than just the fighting game stuff. I've always been challenging myself to try and do more, and this is something Bloodwar Breakdown as a whole has been something that's kind of been taxing, but something that I really enjoy. And I am a man that rambles, but the fact that
We all ramble down here, bro.
Yeah.
the fact that I've had so many folks give me so much courage to even try to do something like this, and to do a live finale, is something that I'm really, really grateful for. And I'm blessed to do it. So I want to do this kind of more. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming out within the year, so it's gonna be hard. I mean, obviously with like Demon Slayer and stuff like that, I'm gonna try to kind of keep it to stuff that is not gonna be. Obviously, Bleach is gonna be the big one I do, but I want to do series and like series reviews, for like episodic stuff, for stuff that I'm really excited for. Trigun's been something ever since I finished it. It's been something I've been really happy about, and Vash as a character is I'm super happy to break down. I want to see what happens with the prequel. So, Trigun Most Wanted Episode 1, January 8th, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the TikTok channel.
Hey.
My link tree in the bio in the show notes. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And then Bloodwar Breakdown Season 2 will start in July. Obviously, more information for that will come as it gets closer. Anyways, kind of going more into what's going on right now. There's just so much. There's so much that we tackled tonight. Kiraku again being head captain is a whole other thing, taking the mantle.
Yes.
The whole. I think everybody in the Gote 13 is just. There's more depth. There's more depth to like the core 4. There's more depth to the families of these core 4. Also, we didn't even talk about the idea that Uryu is actually Yuhabaha's son. I didn't even talk about that. That's crazy to me.
Wasn't the only one born in the dark, I'll tell you that much.
I'm gonna be honest. I skipped over that fact for 1 minute. I was like, oh wait, but it totally blanked my mind. Yeah, no, that's wild. They're stepbros. But Uryu and Ichigo are gonna have a whole fight. It's like, hey man, I think you touched my drum set.
Hey man, look.
But it's like, bro, I think you touched my drum set. And then Udi is like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, Ichigo's like, I'm pretty sure you touched my drum set.
Oh my gosh, please.
Look, man.
Is there any last questions that you two or the chats have for us in the panel? Please let us know and let me know. I feel like I know I said I've tackled a lot that you guys have had ready for me. So I'm gonna be honest. I walked into tonight. I'm like, I'm about to get probed by two of my favorite people.
Nah, man. You've been on it, bro. You was on it.
You have been.
Dog, like I'm just excited for you to see more crazy shit. Like it's about to get wild. And I kept asking like every other week, like, are you prepared? Are you okay? Are you ready? Are you bulletproof? Cause oh man, you really about to hurt in core 2. Yeah.
It's gonna be. I really want to say. I hope they keep the same format. Do the 11 episodes and then do a 1-hour finale. I think that would be perfect.
Yeah.
So like there's also one more thing that I want you to keep in mind, Floki. I want you to keep this in mind, and I want you to hold this close to your chest. But like, insert this into your heart. All right. Kenpachi Zaraki can hear his Zanpakuto now.
Yep.
That's a whole other thing we didn't even talk about.
He can hear it.
That's a whole, and there's layers to it. I'm not even gonna talk about the fact that my man. I can go deep into this, bro. We can listen. There was layers to that. We didn't even talk about the fact that Yariichi was named after Unohana. Unohana was the only person that he admired. You know
Exactly.
My man.
Yep.
My man. The scars. We didn't even talk about that. There was just so many details.
There's a lot.
Oh my god.
It's a lot.
It's the details of the scarring and how that happened, how the braids were protecting from the scars, how Unohana's hated Zaraki this entire time and no one said shit. Oh my god. And the fact now that it took Unohana dying to now know the voice of his Zanpakuto. That, when I heard that for the first time, I was like, "You mean to tell me, my wife who had to die, so my favorite character can know the name of his Zanpakuto?"
A soul for a soul. This is the law of equivalent exchange, my boy.
It had to be done, bro. It
had to be done.
I cannot wait to see what Zaraki gets into this season. I think he has a lot of potential. You know, he's always been like this big, gruesome, like anti-hero kind of vibe. And to now, like him having more death, Byakuya having more death, the rest of the Gotei 13 kind of having death. This is probably, again, Kubo has done such a beautiful job of writing this arc specifically. It's similar to what I felt about with Mob Psycho. They're just putting a bow and tying everything together so perfectly, and like tying up loose ends that you forgot about that happened like 200 episodes ago, and it's just like. Also, the filler arcs are being played into, which, by the way, I am a terrible friend. I did not watch that certain arc you told me to watch because I was trying to speed run this goddamn thing.
Man said, "Yo, you want to see some real speed? Bitch, I want to show you some real speed."
My boy was out here, bro. Look, all I'm saying is right now, like the studio animating this anime has been on point this whole time. On point, like this motherfucker did not miss at all.
Bro, this motherfucker
at all.
can't miss.
That motherfucker do not miss.
Don't.
Also, I think
in the heat of battle, he don't miss. In the heat of controversy,
that motherfucker don't miss. Like
that is
like rarely have you seen an anime, like especially recently. Rarely have you seen an anime that has like hit every single episode, stuck the landing every single episode.
It's impressive. It's so impressive to see
every single time.
Like,
every single time, like you come back and you don't know how they gonna top last week's episode, and they be like, all right, cool, bet, watch this.
Even the episodes where it was like mostly storytelling, so like episode 8 where they kind of introduced Squad Zero and that kind of thing, and even with everything but the rain, like part 1, you know, those were kind of like let's call it what it was, right? Those were kind of like the down weeks, right, where it's just kind of like there was just a lot of storytelling, but even that. They did such a phenomenal job. They
found a way. They found a way to animate Masaki just like taking one to the neck and be like, "Gotcha." Like
shit was wild.
That was cool. Like you would never expect that from that bubbly, goofy little girl, but then she just stone cold killing Hollows. Like, what's up? Like,
also, it seems like we're getting a lot of traction right now because like we're hitting some numbers right now on the.
Oh, good. Welcome.
Yeah,
y'all should follow Floki. He's amazing.
Follow Floki.
Bro, we're literally one follower away from 1,600, and again, this is for those who are watching on the Red app right now. I will be doing a compilation of all the episodes of Bloodwar Breakdown Season 1 and putting that into one nice little YouTube video. Let's hope that they don't take it down because there's multiple different tracks and I can't remember half of the sounds if they have names. So try to find.
I high key high key, I wanted to commemorate like the end of like this year's season of Bleach TYBW. I wanted to I wanted to try to recreate the Hollow Ichigo voice and do the whole instinct speech, but I wasn't feeling up to it. Like I don't know if I can recreate the level of amazingness that is Hollow Ichigo. Like that's Johnny Young Bosch's thing.
Yeah. This shit.
Holy shit! Hey, why are you reporting?
He's just reporting in saying that hey, this stream goaded.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man.
Report.
Gotta
I was
be,
like, I
man.
was like, please don't report the stream, bro. We're
Don't
doing
report.
so
Yeah,
good
don't
right
report.
now.
No way.
Whoa.
But report. Don't report, but report, mate. Like
Yeah, no,
report in.
Okay,
Report
I
in.
appreciate
Talk
it,
to
guys.
us.
Oh my god, we have like 280 people right now.
Gang.
What the?
Yes, sir.
Come through. Make sure you drop them follows and likes for Floki, man. He been going through it this whole season.
I
He been
agree.
going
I
through
agree.
it.
But make sure you guys are also following Heroic Cat and King Drew. If you guys are on anime TikTok and not following King Drew, I don't know what you're doing.
Aw.
Look, man.
I physically don't understand. I don't understand.
My man has cornered the market on
No,
do-rag
you're
cosplays,
strong.
okay? Do-rag cosplays are in, and this man is the pioneer, all right? I don't want to hear nothing else,
Yo, my man
okay?
was like, yo, hold my beer real quick.
Like, my man's like, I'm about to flex on him, man. Check this out. I'm about to tie this do-rag, and it's about to go crazy.
Nah, because when I finally cosplay Toshiro, you know what I'm talking about when I say Toshiro
Yeah.
hat.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying anything, Floki. We're not
No,
saying
we're
anything.
not
because
saying anything.
If I said anything
Look.
further about Toshiro, it's a spoiler.
Look here. Look, Floki, I'm gonna tell you this like right, and this is not a spoiler because you've been seeing little bits and pieces here. Everybody that you've seen so far that has survived, they are about to be on the biggest get back energy you have ever seen in your life. All right,
God.
it's about to be
Knowing
GBG.
And knowing Toshiro of all people, because like he had that arc where it's like I really tried to refine my Bankai in
Yes.
my Zanbakuto, and then I lost it. My man,
You about to see
Crazy
the
is you're gonna watch him grow in a way you never expect.
bro. If he gets, he's gonna get like 2 inches taller. That's crazy.
you're gonna see the cleanest get back
bro. Is
ever,
my man
bro.
is my man about to come the same height as me? I'm like,
Nah,
I'm
you
like 5'11",
just
brother.
I'm not saying
Nah,
nothing.
I'm not saying don't say nothing else. Just all you need to know is that it's gonna be demon timing.
I'm so
Also, I do plan on cosplaying Renji hopefully sometime next year.
Thoughts on Chainsaw Man? Chainsaw Man's good.
It's great.
I'm gonna be
Chainsaw
honest.
Man's dope.
I'm gonna be honest.
Part
a
for part with the manga.
a lot of it, like this season, like I didn't read it, but like it wasn't. Granted, it had a follow up Bleach. It had a follow up.
It didn't have a hold on you like Bleach did this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Hey, it's understandable, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't holding you for it.
Dog, like, I'm sitting here like this, like I love Chainsaw Man a lot. Like I'm almost caught up. I'm like 2 chapters behind right now. Like I love me some Chainsaw Man. Like when they did the last episode recently, like Denji over here with like Denji fighting Katana Man. When that Baka hit, just
I
was like, oh, it's about to go crazy. No, it's about to go nuts. But like,
I have to tell you, this entire series has been us breaking down Thousand Year Blood.
yeah, bro. I hope you ain't been spoiled by
Bro,
nothing.
I hope
but I'm gonna tell like real talk. I'm gonna tell you right now, like
you're in for it. Just watch.
Yeah, you gonna be like Floki this whole time, bro. You about to go through it. You about to go through it.
The first question he had for me tonight was, "Are you okay?"
Yes. Are you okay?
The answer is no.
And then you can always watch the breakdown videos that I produced, and obviously, I want to give a big shout out to both of you guys for helping me with the intros. Obviously, Heroic Cat doing episode 10, and then King Drew doing episode 8. If you guys want to see those specific videos, those are all on my TikTok.
Lending my voice as the legendary scientist.
Man.
My
Man.
like, okay, so real talk, when my man sent me that, I said,
He was not ready.
I was not ready. And then my man had fake sword and all, said the battle, and I said,
like, to be honest with you, I thought it was a little too much, and then you said yo, and then disappeared for like for like the rest of the night.
And I edited it. I was editing, and I was like, this.
I was like, let me know if it's too much. You was like, yo, and I didn't hear from you until the next day.
And then you're just like, oh, I'm pretty sure I'm fine. I thought I was literally gonna text you guys. I'm like, guys, if I don't make it through episode 10 in One Piece, know that I love y'all.
Hey, man.
Oh
Look.
my god, thank you for the gifts. Oh my god.
Hey,
That's
good.
good.
I don't know.
Yes, sir.
But obviously there's so much to do. And also I will say, in terms of the fighting game content that I've been trying to produce, that's still gonna be there. I'm gonna be trying to do still the water checks at multiple events. I couldn't when I was at NEC, obviously, because your boy was busy making top 8 in 2 games.
Right. Congratulations, by the way, on that. Yeah.
Thank you. But I will try to be doing that at Combo Breaker, and I'll also be doing that at other events. So also Street Fighter 6 coming out. I'm clocking these 2 motherfuckers and
Yep.
respectfully.
So, just real quick, like, just to kind of give my, because I don't know how much time we got left here together.
We can do some final thoughts.
Okay. So, I got like, so first of all, like, I said it before, like in our chat, but like, thank you for allowing us to just re-experience this through your eyes, because it has been an adventure. It's been great, and I've been loving every second of it.
I'll be honest. When I finished reading TYBW, I was like, man, this is amazing. I love it, but I feel like it's just not gonna hit as hard because I don't know if it'll ever get animated. Little did he realize. I would get like I would hear about at least 6 months later. Hey, guys, guess what? Guess what? It's getting animated. And then Fleck was like, I think I'm gonna finally start watching Bleach. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if he'll catch up in time for TYBW. And he did it. So just watching you being able to just experience this for the first time after catching up it's so awesome to me.
Yeah.
I think it's
well, again, like I said, I think I said this off air. I dropped Bleach for an entire year. I finished the Soul Society arc, and then I stopped watching it. I was like, I have other stuff to watch. I get bored easily, and my life has changed because of this anime. There's so many things that Ichigo as a character has taught me. So many things that other characters in the show have taught me, and to kind of go through this arc blindly as much as I can. It's been such a journey, and I'm so grateful to have people that can get my reaction and kind of have those moments like you guys are saying through me, and it feels really, really cool to help, like, kind of bring a full circle moment to not only newer fans of the series but older fans of the series. And I want to thank you guys as well that's in both the YouTube or the Red app, because we're live on TikTok. I don't want to mess up the algorithm. And TikTok for hanging out all night. The VOD will be on the Red app. So if you guys missed anything from tonight, I'm going to be putting up descriptions. I'm going to be putting the link trees for both Heroic Cat and King Drew in the bio, in the show notes. So this way you guys can watch this back throughout the entire thing. Make sure you guys are giving me a follow. Heroic Cat just hit 1,000 recently on TikTok. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys went over there. Do you want to brother, stop.
Hello.
No shot.
Hello.
No.
join my clan. Oh my lord.
That's crazy, bro.
What's your question, Straw? We'll answer Straw Hat's question, and then we'll call it a night. But like I said, make sure you guys are following Heroic Cat. Make sure you guys are following King Drew. These guys have been, again, a pivotal reason on why I am working more towards anime TikTok than I've ever done before. I thought I was just gonna be the fighting game guy. I thought I was gonna tell you guys to drink fucking water and and just, do all that. But these guys have given me so much confidence to do.
This is totally water, by the way. Totally water.
I feel so betrayed.
All right, call me Uryu then.
That's
wow. Now, all right. So while we're waiting for we're waiting for the question that we're gonna like from Strawhead if he's gonna ask that. I do have a couple of final things real quick. Um, just make sure that you are continuing to pay attention to everything. 'Cause
Literally.
everything is symbolic. Everything matters, right? Make sure you keep your eyes on Ichigo. Make sure you keep your eyes on Toshiro. Make sure you keep your eyes on Zaraki. Make sure you keep your eyes on Renji. And again, if I see any Renji slander after Core 2, I'm coming for you. I don't want to hear it no more. All right. When Renji get the cleanest come up ever, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it either. I really don't.
Yeah. Also, hi, lovely wife in real Japan. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, didn't you say you had a question for us, Straw Hat?
Yeah, did you have a question?
Yeah, but
yeah, I thought you had a question.
Any final words that you have for us, King Drew, on this wonderful evening?
My final words?
I hate this guy.
I mean, all I'm saying is
Oh goodness.
all I'm saying is you need to be watching Bleach. Because if you're not watching Bleach, then what are you doing, my boy? Okay? Listen, I love One Piece to death. I will fully admit that I will defend One Piece as one of my top 10 favorite animes of all time. But I still got love for Bleach out here. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I still say Aizen overrated though. Anyway.
That's crazy, bro.
Crazy. Oh,
That's crazy.
You want to hear something crazy before we end the live?
What's
Aizen
that?
can beat Goku. I said what I said.
That's even crazier considering what costume one of my friends gave to me for Christmas.
Oh, what?
Straw Hat, what's your question, my friend? But honestly, my final thoughts on tonight. It's been a surreal, again for me. It's been surreal to kind of do this. First of all, I haven't hosted a podcast. If you know the lore on Floki, I haven't hosted a podcast since 2020. Back when I was doing Dragon Ball FighterZ content. So I haven't done a podcast type style thing since then. And to do it for a show, for a series that I'm doing it now, it's so... Wait, did he say One Piece? He did. It's just been amazing. I want to give the biggest shout outs to Otaku Jedi, to Shaggy Nerd, Drops of Amber, Jenny DBX. I'm going to forget her tag and just get mad at me. I'm sorry. Oceans Gatsby, everybody in Jedi's Discord. Again, they've been along for the ride for me as well. And, I am truly appreciative of them. And again, I'm appreciative of my friends Hero Cat, King Drew, anybody else that talked about Bleach 1000 Year Bloodwar, Core 1 with, and obviously with Core 2. Like I said before, Trigun Most Wanted starts on January 8th at 12 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, I forgot one thing. Listen. The people at Periot, you've left out a lot of things, but if you leave out that Yoruichi title tag,
like
if you leave that out,
if they leave it out,
not
like,
watch it anymore.
If they leave that out, people are gonna riot, bro. Like it's good. It's good. No, don't worry about it right now, Floki. When you see it, you'll see it. Like, but
if they don't show it, I will be mad, and then I will show you the panel we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, if you don't worry about it right now, you'll know if they don't show it or not because there will be like all the videos on TikTok. There's gonna be
outraged. I will be mad.
But
like it's about to go. It'll go nuts. But they got to do it at this point. Like you like that and like. Damn, I don't even want to say it either.
Don't even mention it.
Because there's another one that is going to be like in the same vein. Like, I mean, they're gonna have to do it because it's kind of pivotal at that point. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much, but it's like it's two things. It's two things that they're like they could just not show, or they might censor it. And I feel like if they do that, there's gonna be riots, and that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Adios, Mio.
Yeah.
But,
Adios Mio is right.
Well, again, guys, I want to thank everybody that came through to the live, on the Red app, for hanging out with us. For I think this is the first ever Blood War Breakdown live for season 1. I cannot believe I go off on hiatus for a whole week, and I continue watching Black Clover on the low.
My man's is on Black Clover now, brother.
You're on Black Clover now?
Brother.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. I cannot wait.
So you know what's crazy? The whole other tangent. I have a watch list video that I have to make. I have a long list. I dropped.
Ooh.
I can imagine.
A while.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
What about Hunter? Hunter is not even on my list.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I mean, I understand, but like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, dog.
But like I said, guys, make sure you guys share this around to. There's just so many other Bleach content creators I want to give shout outs to. There's too many. The Bleach community on TikTok is such a great place to be a part of. If you're not on Bleach Talk already, do everything you can to get on it. It is probably the most compelling and the most hot. It's wild what happens on Bleach Talk and the amount of stuff they have to defend. But
yeah,
they are
slander of the highest caliber.
Crazy, but you know, again, I'm really appreciative of everyone that came through tonight. If you guys are not following, follow these gents on TikTok, on the Clock app, on their socials. Again, link will be in the show notes. But make sure you guys are following me on my end. We just passed 1,600. I really do appreciate you guys. Hopefully, I'll do more lives as obviously the winter season's about to start. There's a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming out, and then I'll try to figure out something more with more things with these gentlemen and among other stuff. Keep an eye out for everything. I love you guys so much. Happy New Year if I don't see you guys, and I will check you guys next time. Peace
See
out.
y'all.
Drink some fucking water. God damn it.
Also, After Dark is the best Bleach opening. Don't at me.
Hey, yo, relax.
Am I wrong?
Okay, but like secretly, I just want to say the ending for this arc was kind of broken.